My basic idea was to looking back a little bit to the history of the Western cone rootworm in Europe and learning from the history and sharing the experiences with the audience, what we experienced, learned back in 20 years, and on top of that, how farmers, policymakers, advisors, so our stakeholders may think about a peaceful coexistence with the Western cone rootworm. Natural environmental conditions, rainfall, temperature, have an impact on the development and the survival or the mortality of the pest. Therefore, we need to know how those specific environmental conditions impact that population, what will be somewhere in this or on this or that farm. And farmers should learn how they can use the local conditions to sufficiently effectively manage this pest in a system approach. Farmers should be aware of this pest, details of the size or the shape and the color and so on, and should be aware how, if necessary, to monitor or recognize on the field and when, or the symptom of the damage of the Western cone rootworm larvae. So they should be partner to detect once it will be detectable. Later on, they should be partner in observing the number of adults, the peak of adults in which month or which weeks and so on, adjusted or fitted to the maize phenology. They have to put the Western cone rootworm into the pest complex of their own maize. Later on, they may observe that planting time, fertilization, and other practices, they have an impact on the successful of the management. Then they may share their experience with each other, with other farmers, with the advisors. So putting together a number of information and piece of knowledge from the same region will help farmers to find the best solution. And the more we share from various parts of Europe the pieces of developing our activities, fine-tuning the forecasting methods or simulation models, and then try to fit with local data and then look at the output, how that could help farmers in decision making. So we have been moving from partly separated single values information towards a more complex and broad range of information. I wanted to point out that the occurrence of one pest like Diabrotica is not an extreme exceptional case, that is part of our life. In the United States, there is a variant of this pest, so-called rotation resistant. It means that if you rotate maize to another crop, the adults, females, lay the eggs in other crop, and then if you rotate, the maize will be damaged. So the crop rotation is not efficient. I would not say that it will be introduced to Europe, but it is our responsibility to at least think about various uncertainties, just in case that if an accidental introduction happens, we will be able to respond to this new challenge.